Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to what was supposed to have been the last in our series of classes for the spring semester, April 22nd. But because of the pandemic, we're having to change and be flexible to fit into the world as it really is, our reality, our Satnam, as it might be. But anyway, I'd like to welcome you to class. My name is Tim Irwin, and I've been teaching Kundalini Yoga at the Eccles Center for about the last 3 years. And when we had this opportunity to go online, we decided this may be the way we can keep our class going. And so I took the opportunity, and here we are. We'll see how it goes. I hope you're able to follow this well, and I hope I'm able to bring it to you as well as your expectations are. So we'll try to meet somewhere there in the middle, and I'm sure I'll get better with it over time. But what we're going to be talking about today is the impact of the neutral mind on your immune system. Now, for the last several weeks, I've been sending out mailings on the Kundalini Yoga perspective of your immune system, and we've talked about the physicality of it, the different organs. We've talked about the actual vibration of your being, that you are a vibrational body, and how mantra and the Shabad Guru can help bring you back into your natural balance. But with all that's been going on in the past week concerning all of the publicity and all of the uproar about people having to be quarantined, I really felt that it's best that we talk about our mind and how our mind is being affected by all of this uproar that's going on with the pandemic. It's very easy to get caught up in the situation, but what our focus with Kundalini Yoga is to keep ourselves centered and balanced in that neutral state of mind. So that's what we're going to talk about and work on today, is how to get into that neutral space, that neutral state of mind. As some of you may recall, we've talked about the 3 different functional minds in the past. They're part of your 10 bodies that we've discussed in Kundalini Yoga. But for those of you who haven't been exposed, we basically, in our mind, have 3 different functional minds. We have a positive mind, a negative mind, and a neutral mind. Now, these are all 3 very important in how we coexist in the world. The negative mind helps us analyze anything that comes at us that might put us in danger or have risk to it, and it lets us know. The positive mind looks for the positive opportunities in all things, very creative, willing to take risks, and willing to go for it. And that can be well and good too. The neutral mind, which is where we need to dwell, takes a look at both sides. What might endanger us? What might help us? And then makes a proper decision for that higher self, for what we're really trying to attain in our alignment with infinity, in our alignment with the universe. So that neutral mind is very important to keep us in that balanced, calm state. During these times of the pandemic and all of the crowds and the uproar, oh, you can't make me stay home, all of that serves to start pulling us one way or another and pulls us off of that center balance where we need to be able to make a proper, healthy individual decision. What's right for you, not what's right for somebody that's gotten tired of staying home down in South Carolina or Georgia or California or South Dakota, all these things you're seeing on TV. You've got to be prepared to think of the negative aspects, the positive aspects, and then come to a neutral, safe, healthy, happy, holy position for yourself. So that's what we're going to be working on today, and trying to get ourselves into that state where we can evaluate all things for their truth, not for how we're being pulled either one direction or the other direction, but we can evaluate all things and come to a truth. But let's get tuned in first using the mantra Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. This mantra recognizes our tie with infinity. It recognizes the creative aspect of the universe. And we bow to that creative aspect that brings us from a state of darkness to a state of light. Guru. Darkness is guru is light. So a guru is one who brings us from darkness to light. So we're going to bow to the universe for that. Then the second part of that mantra is I bow to the teacher within me, because vibrationally we are tied. The universe and ourselves are tied together. So I bow to the teacher of the universe and I bow to the teacher within me. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Bring your hands into prayer pose at the center of the chest. Deep breath in. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Deep breath in. Relax your hands in your lap. Scoot your seat bones into your mat. Get yourself balanced, starting clear at the bottom of your spine. Lean forward just a little bit to give your tailbone some clearance. Then back, put that slight arch to the base of your spine and start stacking your way all the way up your spine. You may have to move a little bit to get balanced. Pull your shoulders back. Pull your chin straight back in towards your throat. Pull up as if you have a string coming out of the top of the back of your head. Pull that up nice and straight. And a deep breath in. Stretch it up, stretch up, stretch up. And relax down into that perfectly vertical position. Examine your spine, starting at the bottom, visualizing all the way up, making sure each spot is stacked to where you can balance effortlessly. This is a peaceful spot that you can always find during this time of having to stay at home, during this time of quarantine and spending so much time by yourself. There's actually peace to be found if you go into that inner space where you can turn off all the external stimulation and just enjoy the inner peace. It's a very, very important thing for you to practice getting into that space. And that's really what it is just practice. At this point of our Kriya, normally we go into a warm-up exercise, but for the purposes of being able to get through a video during this time, I'm just going to assume that you've already done some warm-up before you started class. Generally some spine stretches and just some things to help you get relaxed before a Kriya is a good thing. But with Kundalini classes, normally you're expected to be a little bit warmed up before we start the class. So we'll go ahead, and for time's sake, we're going to go ahead and jump into the Kriya that we're going to be doing this week. And this is a Kriya for the neutral mind. It's going to help you get to that balanced state where you can know your mind, where you can recognize, okay, these are inputs coming from the negative mind, all these worry things, all this stuff that might happen that's in the worry zone. And then these are all these really cool things that might happen coming from the positive zone, trying to talk you into whatever it is, and how cool it would be to be out of quarantine and be able to go get your business going again or whatever. It's going to be talking to you too. But what we want to be able to do is get that neutral mind set where we can go, okay, those negative thoughts are good. Yep, those positive thoughts are also good. I think I'll make this neutral decision. That's where we're aiming for, and that's what today's Kriya is going to do for us. So we're going to start out. Now this would normally be a 3-minute exercise, but I'm going to be able to make it a little bit more doable. We're just going to do it for 1 minute, and then you'll get the idea of how we do it. Like I said, normally when you're doing this Kriya, you will do, and I'll call out the times on each one of them, but we're just going to do a sampling today so that you get the idea of how the Kriya goes. Okay, so this one is a really good asana. This is the first part of the Kriya for the neutral mind. Starts out with a type of breathing that is done to balance your both sides of your brain, your left brain and your right brain, and it's all just through the breathing. You recall how many times I've said the state of your mind is really reflected in the state of your breath. So if we can do long, deep breathing on each side, switching back and forth intentionally, we can really do a lot to balance. And this is a great asana to do anytime you're getting ready to do a meditation, to get yourself balanced to where that meditation has its full impact and its full effectiveness. So the way we will do it, we're going to be blocking off one nostril at a time. So and classically you use your thumb and your little finger. So I'm going to use my thumb and I'm going to inhale through the left nostril. And I'm going to close off the left nostril and exhale through the right. Now I'm going to inhale through the right, close off the right, exhale left. Now I'm going to inhale left, close off the left, exhale right. Inhale right, close off the right, exhale left. So each time I exhale, I'm switching. So now continue that with me for 1 minute. So you would continue that breathing for a straight 3 minutes. Then we'll go into the next asana, and this is a front stretch to the left and the right. So the way this works, long deep breathing once again, you're just going to bring the right foot up as high on your thigh as you can, as if you were going to sit cross-legged. Your left leg out in front of you, turn and face that, reach out and grab as far down your leg as you can, and then just long deep breathing. Turn to face that foot. If all you can grab is your knee, then grab your knee. Ideally, you will go all the way down to your foot, grab your toes and hang on down on your toes, and then just long deep breathing. Once again, your focus with your eyes is at that third eye point. Now we're going to do that for 3 minutes on the left side, then just simply switch to the right side. Bring that left foot as high up the thigh as you can and stretch down to the right. And that is that next asana. So 3 minutes on each side. At the end of that one, give yourself a second of relaxation. Then we're going to go into the third asana, which is butterfly pose. And that is bringing the bottoms of both feet together, and then we just flex our knees. Try to go as deep as you can. Not really bouncing, because we don't want to cause a contraction reaction in our muscles. We're just stretching down and bringing them up, stretching down, loosening any tight spots that might be at our pelvis, and obstruct the ability of our Kundalini to be able to flow, our basic life energy to be able to come up our spine. So if we get that trapped because of a bunch of blockages from tight muscles, we're unable to let that energy flow. So just flexing that butterfly wings. And we're only going to do that just for a minute, just to get those loosened up. And as soon as we get done with that, I want you to come down onto your back. So that was 1 minute. And now we're going to do pelvic lifts for 2 minutes. Now the way these work, you're down on your back, grab your ankles as best you can, and then just lift up, and then down with the exhale. Up, the inhale, down with the exhale. Up with the inhale, really stretch it up to the heavens, and back down. Do the best you can with that, and that one goes on for a full 2 minutes. I want your eyes closed and focused at the brow point while you're raising your pelvis, and then exhaling back down, and relax for just a second. Raise your pelvis and back down. Now, the next one is really a critically important, and I want you to watch carefully how you do this, because we're only going to do it for a minute, but it's a shoulder stand. And in Kundalini Yoga, we do sort of inverted postures, but we don't ever stand on our head or on our shoulders high enough to really kink our neck. So we're going to keep our back, and you'll see I'm going to keep my back at about a 60-degree angle so that I can move my head. And it goes like this. I pick it up, but you see how my back is still at an angle, and I can still turn my head and talk to you, no problem. But I'm going to hold that position. And I'm going to hold that for a minute with long, deep breathing. When I get ready to come down, I'm going to bend to here, roll down, bring my feet down very gently, and come back to the position. Once again, I want your focus right at that brow point while you're doing that shoulder stand, back at about a 60-degree angle, so you have plenty of room to move your head. Okay, that was your shoulder stand asana. The next one you're going to go to, and you'll see all of these on the list, I'm going to send you out emails. So the next one you're going to go to is the rocking bow pose. This one's a little bit more challenging, so let's make some room here. And it is up on the tummy, and grab both ankles on this side. You pull up really hard by straightening your legs, and then you rock as best you can. Up on the inhale, down on the exhale. Rocking forward and back up. As you inhale, pick it, pull it up. Once again, only for a minute. And your eyes still at that brow point. If you find you can't rock at all, just arch up as big as you can and just hold it in that position for 1 minute. Now, the next pose as you come out of rocking bow, one of the really sweet ones is baby pose. And this is going to loosen up those muscles in your back that just got strained in that rocking bow. So it's just forehead to the mat, hands back by your feet, and just relaxing. Eyes at the brow point. And all I want is just normal breath for that. Just relaxing in your normal breath. Letting your back muscles relax and getting yourself all calmed down and centered again. Now, the next asana, and I think that's our second to the last one. It's getting close. The next one is called wood chops. And that's done with your hands in a basket grip like this, and we're just going to go up as we inhale and exhale and bring them down in a wood chopping motion, and we're just going to do this for a minute. And continue that for 1 minute, and that's all there is to that asana. Take a rest at the end of it, recenter yourself for just a second. And then I want you to come up onto your knees if you're able and sit on your knees. Now that's something that, because of ski injuries, I don't do well. So, and some of you may have that same thing. So we'll just stay in easy pose, those of us that can't sit on our heels up on our knees. For those of you who can, that's great. Go on up into that position. And we're going to do what is called Sat Kriya in this asana. And it starts out with your fingers intertwined with just your index finger up. We extend our arms with our upper arms right beside our ears. And we start a mantra, Sat, no, 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 Sat, no. Now close your eyes, concentrate at that brow point. Sat, no, Sat, no, Sat. See how I'm pulling in my tummy on the Sat, no, Sat, relax, no, Sat, relax, tighten, relax, Sat, no, Sat, no, and continue that for 3 minutes. Continue that Sat Nam motion. You'll feel a lot of heat. You'll probably sweat from it. It really pulls up a lot of energy. So, now, if you can, remain on your heels, staying on your heels, bring your hands to your knees. If you can't, stay in your easy pose. And we're just going to do rolling our shoulders, great big rolls. I'm going to do this for a minute. Big rolls in the forward direction, and then come back in the backward direction. Do each of these for a minute, and then I want you to do the same thing with head rolls. Roll your head in one direction. When you're doing that, a real good idea is to think of drawing a circle in the air in front of you with your nose. And that way you never go back so far that you can kink your neck. We really try to avoid putting any pressure on those neck vertebrae because you can really cause yourself problems if you kink that. So just draw a circle and we're loosening up the neck. Our final asana for this is just laying down in what's called corpse pose. Nothing hard about it. The one thing I will recommend though, you keep your hands palms up when you're in corpse pose, and just lay back and relax and breathe deeply. That is the extent of our Kriya for the neutral mind. Let's go back through them real quick. We start out with alternate nostril breathing. Remember that one. Then we did the front stretch down to the left leg. We did front stretch to the right leg. We did butterfly pose, where we just work our legs like butterfly wings. Try not to cause any contractions by letting that squeeze back up. We did pelvic lifts where we hold on to our ankles and lift our pelvis straight up, keeping our shoulders on the floor. We did our shoulder stand, and remember we keep our back at about a 60-degree angle. We carefully take our legs up straight, but we keep our back bent so we keep the pressure off of our neck. Then we rolled over and did that rocking bow pose. Hard to do, hard to get yourself rocking. If you can, that's great. It's inhaling to rock up on the upper end of your body, exhaling as you rock it down. So give it a try. It's only a minute. That's a tough one. Then baby pose as you came out of that to relax your back again. Then wood chops. It's almost like we're using a handle on an old style pump to pump that energy up your spine. You can really feel it, especially then when you get to the Sat Kriya portion, the very next asana, where you'll feel the heat of that energy roll up. Finally, we get our neck loosened up so that we're ready for our meditation. As soon as you get through your corpse pose rest. And that corpse pose really allows us to absorb all of the goodness that came out of that Kriya. That Kriya is to prepare our vessel, if you will. Some of you that got the newsletter before, I talked about that the yogis talk about how our body is really a vessel for energy. That's how God designed us, was to be a vessel for his energy that he's created. But if we don't prepare it through Kriya, we can we can get such a jolt of energy through meditation that it can cause us problems. So we always prepare ourselves with Kriya before we go into meditation. Now, the meditation we're going to be doing today for the neutral mind is an extremely, extremely easy meditation. It does have a mantra with it, but it's very easy. And all I'm going to ask you to do, sit up straight, place your right hand into your left hand. You can touch the thumbs if you like, if that's comfortable to you, but just resting in the lap, sitting up nice and straight. Eyes are closed and looking at the third eye point. Take a deep breath in, exhale everything out, and now begin on the inhale and the exhale, just internally to yourself. You don't have to say it out loud. Just repeat, Wa He Guru, Wa He Guru, Wa He Guru. So I'm going to think those three words. On the inhale, Wa He Guru. And then on the exhale, Wa He Guru. But just do it in your mind. You don't have to make any sound. You don't even have to move your mouth. You can mouth the words if you want. And sometimes I feel like I get a little extra stimulus from the acupressure points inside my mouth. But in this particular mantra, all you need, because we're working with the mind, all you need to do is just be thinking the mantra. Very distinctly separate words too, like you're chopping wood again. Wa He Guru, Wa He Guru, Wa He Guru. And continue that for 11 minutes. It's as simple as that. At the end of it, a deep breath in. One more. And one more time. Outstanding. Let's bring our hands together at the center of our chest. We always finish our yoga sets in Kundalini Yoga with a Welsh tune, actually, that is called May the Long-Time Sun, and it goes, May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Oh, may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on. Deep breath in. And then a long Satnam. Satnam. I hope this has helped you. I hope we make this work. I'll try to get better as time goes along, but hopefully this has helped you get through a set that's going to help you be a little bit more balanced in your thinking. Not be swayed off a center quite so easy by all the panic that's going on around us. If we panic, we can't stay healthy. We've got to be able to accurately analyze danger, accurately analyze positive situations, and make a good neutral decision. I hope this has helped you. Many blessings.